All right, what's going on, everybody? So today we are looking at a 1991 Eagle Talon TSI. It belongs to Ryan. This is a Wisconsin car, and his buddy Mackenzie and him are down here for TX2K. I did film Mackenzie's car last year, and we started to film your car, but we had some issues. So tell me, what the hell went wrong last year?
Yeah, so I was having some ignition issues. I ran a Dynatech on my car, and it ended up dying on me. So under boost, I was blowing out spark, and we were just having a bad time. So got away with the Dynatech, just went back to factory coils, and turned the boost down just a little bit. We're on 28 pounds right now on factory coils with a 22 thousandths gap on the plugs, and she's pulling pretty hard.
Okay, so tell me, what's all going on with the engine here?
Yeah, so it's not a crazy build. I got mainly H-beam rods. It's 9-to-1 compression, Wisco pistons, BC 280 cams, Kigley Beehive springs, on a HX40 with a billet compressor wheel.
Right. Nice.
Yeah, it's we're currently running on 28 pounds with a stock trans, a stock drivetrain yet.
Okay. What is this setting?
So we're at 28 pounds boost.
Okay.
Nothing crazy. It's turned down. 85. Stock trans.
Yeah. Okay.
Anywhere along here getting good?
Yeah, man.
HX40, billet compressor wheel, like I said, 28 pounds.
Yeah.
Just switched it over to some E85 in it. I was running pump gas. I drove this thing down from Wisconsin, 22 hours down here to Texas. So, no, she's a true street car.
Hell yeah.
And, how many people can say they can drive their street car 22 hours,
No.
do some pulls, do some racing,
No, hell
and
no.
hopefully drive back home?
Yeah, right? Yeah, this is like I told you before, I always kind of pictured my DSM being about this power level.
Sure.
Like, this is kind of the goal for me. Mackenzie's is just kind of, it's wild. This is more, 600, 650, that's perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. No, his is on another level. That's for sure. But just something you want to get out and do some weekend driving. You can do it. You want to go cruise with some buddies, you can do it. You want to take it to the track, you can do it.
What clutch you got in this thing?
Quartermaster twin disc.
Okay.
Currently it has the race discs in it.
Okay.
I ordered street discs, but they sent me race discs, so I decided I'm going to roll with it.
Yeah.
Once these wear out, I'll probably switch to the street discs.
Right.
There's a little softer engagement.
Right.
But it should still hold the power.
Oh yeah. All right, so you and Mackenzie both have DSM3DCreations, and I really wanted to give y'all a shout out. I've given y'all a shout out before, but I support my friends, so let's talk about that. So I know you're running some of the stuff on the car right now, so just tell me a little bit about what y'all make.
Yeah, so DSM3DCreations, we do 3D printing and designing for plastic and worn out pieces for your DSMs. 1GA, 1GB, starting to do some 2G stuff, possibly Evo stuff in the future.
Nice.
But yeah, anywhere from clips that hold on your corner lights to your side wing clips here. These are notorious for falling off.
Oh yeah.
And missing. You can't get OEM replacements, and that's their biggest thing. Is these cars are 30 plus years old, and you can't get some of this stuff from the factory anymore.
Right.
And if you do find some, it's still brittle. So our goal is to set out to create and replace the pieces to your missing puzzle. We'd be happy to help out with any builds you guys are doing as well.
Nice.
We also do the rear wiper delete.
Yeah, I've showed that on my car. But yeah, that's real nice.
Yeah, absolutely. One, not only does it take a little bit of weight off your vehicle, they're notorious for leaking also. So people who are restoring these vehicles or stripping the vehicles or whatever you're trying to do with it, we also seal it up so that way you're not getting any water. You wash your car, you're in the rain, etc.
Right.
Same with the antenna. Some people don't like the long antenna on there. It kind of looks like an RC car.
Yeah.
They also can leak. The rubber seal around there deteriorates over time. Like I said, this 30 plus years old.
Right.
So we make a delete plug for that as well.
Nice. And then I was also talking about the rear deck lid here.
Yes.
Mine's kind of wobbly, so I'm gonna have to get some from you. But yours is on there pretty good. So
Yeah.
you also make brackets for that.
Absolutely. That was another one of the first things I did with the car is went through and changed out the plastic clips in here. Because after 2 or 3 pulls, all of a sudden your wing comes flying off and you gotta go back out and get it. And that's no fun for anybody. So.
And you can't find those.
you can't find those. And for people who are trying to repaint their cars or do anything like that, as soon as you take this off, you ain't getting it back on.
Right. Yeah.
There's 2 plastic brackets in there that have nuts that are embedded in the plastic, and after 30 years, they're old and deteriorated. As soon as you go to loosen that up, the old hardware is rusted together, and you end up snapping the plastic. So all our stuff uses stainless steel hardware. You won't have any rusting issues. Yeah.
I know you make a valve cover like stud replacement kit.
Yeah.
Is that what? Are you running it on your car?
Currently, I'm not on this car. Mackenzie's car, on the other hand,
Okay.
does have the stud kit, and we can throw some pictures up for that too.
Yeah, I'll link some pictures in there.
We ended up using a stainless steel stud kit on that because the factory bolts or even aftermarket bolts don't utilize all the threads in the head.
Right.
And people, if you're trying to take your valve cover on and off multiple times, you end up stripping the threads out of your aluminum head, and that's just not good for anybody.
No.
So what we end up doing is we offer an option to send a tap with it, because we do highly recommend you re-tap all the threads in your head to gain access to the available threads in there.
Right.
You can install the studs. You can still get the valve cover on with the cam gears on with our stud kit, and it allows even and more clamping force on your valve cover, as well as being able to put the gasket on the studs and then put your valve cover back on, so you're not trying to jumble and toss around the gasket or use RTV to get it to stick. This is just one quick application. Get it on there, it looks clean, looks nice, and solved a lot of our leaking problems, honestly.
Nice. Okay, so they also rebuild these shifter assemblies here with the bushings and the whole 9 yards. So tell me about this.
Yeah, so this is a 91 car, but I am using a 90 shifter assembly as well as a 90 trans.
Okay.
Because this car did come auto, and I swapped it to a manual.
Okay.
So we do make bushings for the 90, all 6 bushings in the shifter assembly, as well as a solid stopper. These came with a rubber stopper that you can't get anymore. You can no longer purchase them. Yeah, so aside from the stopper, so we replace all the bushings in the shifter. With the handle, you end up having a lot of side-to-side play. Specifically with the 90 shifters, the bushings deteriorate over time, they crumble, they'll fall to the bottom of the assembly. You can see it in there, it's a gooey mess. You end up having a lot of slop in here. Now, a little bit of slop here is a lot of slop down at the transmission. So you can only imagine if you have a lot of slop here, what your transmission's seeing. You're going to be missing gears, you're going to be grinding gears. It's just something small that people overlook is
Right.
just the shifter assembly alone. So we offer rebuild kits for it, or we offer fully powder coated rebuild assemblies that we can ship out to you. You put the handle back on, bolt right into your car, and it's a done deal for those who don't want to tear apart their assembly.
Nice. Okay, cool, man.